and 15 minutes to get up there.
All right, here we go, boys. What is up, everybody? Hey, welcome to KBN Live, the Tournament of Titans special broadcast. We got Jeff Malott here. Of course, we got Ryan Lambert above me, and we've got an unbelievably special guest, Jordan Lee. I can't believe we're saying this. He's on KBN Live for the second time. Jordan Lee's back with us. So, yeah, unbelievable.
That's how you know you made it, Jordan. That is how you know you made it, son.
I'm getting there. Getting there with 2 times. Probably 4 or 5 until I finally made it.
Well, I know you guys, there's a huge event coming up this weekend over there in Guntersville. I was looking at the numbers earlier, and it's already sitting there around, I think there's 94, 95 signed up.
Yeah, man, we're close to 100.
Any more pros jumping in there besides Jordan? I know you were talking about that
Man,
before.
I don't know. Cousin Jason was talking about trying to come up, but I think he and Ashley, they sold their house, so he said something about having to go to Illinois to get his 5th wheel or something. I don't know. It's a big, long story. Anyway, you never know who may show up. We're going to try to pluck a few more out of the woodwork. If not, I guess Jordan's just going to have to put up all the defense for the hometown pros.
Yeah. Now, Jordan, you've been practicing in the kayak, or you just going to go out and wing it?
Man, I think I'm going to probably go practice on Friday, probably in the kayak, but I haven't been out much. I hadn't really fished much. I fished a tournament probably about 2 weeks ago, but outside that, I'm probably going to wing it and hope for the best. That's usually what I do anyways. And it's probably that's probably not a smart idea, but
It's worked out for you.
Well, not in a kayak derby yet, so this is going to be all new for me. I'm going to be in uncharted territory, so I'm excited, though.
Have you practiced with a measuring board at all, like taking pictures of fish on the boards?
Nope, not at all. So that's why
I like it. Don't.
Yeah.
What kind of board you got? You got one of those metal ones, or you got a plastic one, or what?
I got a plastic one, but I gotta double check and make sure it's the. I got it. I'm pretty sure it's official, but I'm gonna double check and make sure all that's good. I've already, I'm not gonna be that guy that's out there being like, I don't know if it's the right board. I'm gonna get set up this week. I still got some time.
We'll bring some extras.
I think I'll be good though. I think I'm getting there.
I got one that's broke off at 22 inches. I'll give you that one.
Nah, I probably won't catch one over 22 inches, so
I probably won't either.
I'll be fine.
What are your expectations out there? Are you expecting to just go hammer them? You just trying to go have a good time and enjoy the thing, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. Guntersville this time of year, I mean, it can be day by day. I mean, you're never going to go out there and just be really on them, I feel like. It's kind of one of those deals. You may have a good day one day, the next day you go out, it may be kind of a grind. So, I don't know. It's a lot of strategy involved in this because, taking out and going to different ramps. Do you do that? You just kind of pick one area. That's why I'm trying to play in my mind where I want to go. And there's a lot of options on Guntersville. I mean, you can go to the place, so I really don't know what I'm going to do yet.
I always try to have 3 spots, and not that I know what I'm doing, but I'll obviously, start out with where I think there's going to be the best morning topwater bite, and if I'm not seeing the activity or the size that I'm looking for, I try to pull out by 10 o'clock. That way I still have time to make a move and set up a decent pattern. But try to have 3 spots just in case somebody's sitting on 1 or 2. And you have to keep rolling.
That's how it's going to be Saturday. Man, there's going to be people. There's going to be boats everywhere.
All the time.
All the time. Guntersville. It doesn't matter. There's going to be
2
boats.
2 weeks ago, we fished the Hobie event down there, and I mean, there was a big boat tournament, and the Snag Proof tournament was that Sunday too.
Yep.
So I mean, there's a lot of traffic, and the bite was tough. I mean, a lot of people that don't fish the Tennessee River system, they cut the current off on the weekends. Like nothing will hurt your feelings like getting out there on Saturday and you don't have any current rolling. So I think some people learned that lesson the hard way. But I think it's going to be a good event. We found some fish. We found some fish eating. Josh Stewart found some good fish. Tournament director Steve-O smashed some fish on day 2 down there at the Hobie event. He's going to be one to watch in this tournament. You got to keep an eye on him. I don't know, man. I think it's going to be pretty competitive. I think you'll see a few good limits get thrown up.
So what do you consider? I'm gonna ask the question. So what do you consider a good limit? So I don't know. Obviously inches. I don't even know what a 4-pounder. I don't know what a 4-pounder. How long an average 4-pounder is. So I don't even know what a catch is. What do you think's gonna?
19 to like an average 4-pounder is about 19 to 20 inches on Gunnersville.
I mean, that's a big fish right now. On Gunnersville. I mean, a true 4-pounder. So what do you think's gonna win Saturday?
I think about 94 inches is gonna win.
So 4-pound average for the whole bag, 519s pretty much. 20 sprinkled in here and there.
Yeah, I think somebody will stick a 20 or 2. I don't think anybody's gonna just knock it all the way out of the park. The bite's still really tough. We got a cold front coming in Friday night. Which would be good if it had set in for 3 or 4 days on Gunnersville, but I think it may shock a few of those fish, especially on the main lake. So I don't know. We'll see.
We got some guys saying 54 inches. Another guy saying Randy Flowers may show up. I don't know about all that. Yes.
Are both of them can't fit in one kayak, can they?
No. I don't think so. Yeah. So like I guess 5, 17, 18 inchers. 18 inches is pretty good.
That's gonna put you close. 18-inch fish is a good fish in the tournament.
That's a good sack. If you have 5 around now, that'd be pretty strong for sure.
Yeah, everybody's chiming in, throwing between 92 and 97. Steve, Jim Clark, Daniel Davis, they're all throwing 92 to 97-ish for a winner.
I know what I'm putting up. I don't know what everybody else is going to bring to the table, but I'm shooting for about 94, 95.
Yeah, that'd be a really good day. We're going to have around probably about 30 or 40 inches going home.
You better not, Jordan.
Nah, I'm going to tell you, Jordan, the toughest thing you're going to run into is taking those pictures. You'll catch the fish, and then taking those pictures, it's going to be like,
even if you get out and pre-fish in your bass boat, take that board with you and just practice taking pictures on that board with its mouth all the way closed.
Here's my next question. What happens if your phone dies, which I've already got a backup plan for that, but what I know that's got to happen to guys.
It happened to me in a tournament Saturday. You're done. If you don't have a backup, you're done. That's it.
Done.
If you have a bad day, you just tell people that's what happened, or you throw it in the water. That's what some people do. Right? Yeah. Isn't that right, Ryan?
Yeah, man.
Phone goes to water, you're done.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Done. So
get a lanyard. Get a lanyard.
Hang on to your board and hang on to your phone and your identifier. Those 3 things have to stay in the boat at all times.
Key. That's key.
Yep.
Yeah, I already can tell you I'm gonna be a cluster. It's gonna be a disaster. I'm gonna have it hopefully on GoPro so y'all can see.
Yes.
That was my next question. Is you gonna have this filmed? That'll be epic. First kayak tournament.
Jordan's got a chopper gonna be filming him all day.
Yeah.
Drone shots and everything. That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I hope I'll be a ways away from those.
He'll be getting his frogs cut off by the drone blades.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be hid somewhere. Hopefully.
I think we're gonna have a pretty good time, man. A lot of people are coming down for it. My dad, who has never been to a kayak fishing event whatsoever, he's gonna come down Saturday and hang out. I think the free beer got him going, but should be a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time.
Ryan, you want to expand on how this thing even came to existence and how you talked Jordan into fishing it?
I started talking to Tyler about this a little over a year ago when I was up at the factory, and I was like, man, we ought to just do, put on an event, just a big open event, make it kind of, fun, relaxed. I mean, we wanted a good buy-in so we could have that purse to draw folks from around the country. But, I mean, we mainly want to focus on everybody hanging out and having a good time. We got a ton of prizes, Plano, Berkeley, Abu Garcia, they really stepped up and put up some good stuff for us to give away. Sierra Nevada, like I said, I mean, they're sending out some refreshments for the little after party we're having. I told Tyler, I was like, we need to get some music, and it just so happens Addison Johnson, he's a Nashville recording artist. He's going to come down, and he's a native guy. He's going to play for us, and I was like, man, if we could get Jordan to fish this tournament, I think that'd be a real big draw, just for people to come and say they competed against, the two-time Bassmaster Classic champ in his backyard. I think that's something that a lot of people are really looking forward to. Mm-hmm. And I'm really looking forward to see how Jordan does in the kayak.
Yeah. Hey, Duke just chimed in and said nobody told him about the free beer. He might have made this happen.
You better stay home.
Uh-oh, yeah. Lost y'all for a second, but you're back. Okay, yeah, he said nobody told him about the free beer, but name some of those sponsors. You guys had a bunch roll in as this thing's kind of developed.
Berkeley, Plano, Abu Garcia, Sierra Nevada. I'm trying to think of who else has put up some stuff. Steve will chime in. He knows the list.
Yeah. It's huge.
He's got the rundown.
It's huge.
Giving away 3 Titans.
I think Native is a sponsor of it too, aren't they?
Something like that.
Yeah. It turns out Natives, they're in on this.
Yeah. Giving away some good. So that'll be cool. People are going to go home with some new kayaks, which is awesome.
Yep.
What are you fishing out of, Jordan? A Titan?
Yep, Titan 12.5. I think that's what I'm up out of.
You got it rigged up with electronics and the whole nine, or what? You just going out?
Electronics.
No electronics, just old school. Okay.
I ain't running electronics either, man. Them
You don't?
fish on Gunnersville, you don't need electronics to hit them in the head.
No,
In the water.
I figured out just from the short time I've kayak fished that I'm gonna, you gotta have, if you're coming to Gunnersville, you gotta have a paddle. I mean, or whatever, whatever you want to call it. Just because the pedal drive systems, with all the grass, can leave you some headaches. So I'm bringing that. No depth finders. Very limited tackle, probably, in a big cooler with a lot of water, food. I'm gonna have a lot of water and food. That's gonna be a key. Now
let me tell you, from experience, you're doing it all wrong. So we'll go out Friday night. We'll hang out till about 1, 2 in the morning. Sleep for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Then go fish. Don't take anything with you. Drink a Monster on the way to the ramp. Eat one Twinkie. And that's gonna make you hungry. That's gonna drive your tournament performance.
You want to hurry up and get a limit and get home. That's what you're trying to do.
That's pro tip. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to pack accordingly. Because I don't know what everybody does. So I got to figure it out on my own. Nobody's giving me tips, nothing like that. Ryan's not saying, "Here you go, buddy. This is what you do." He's not going to be babysitting me. No babysitter.
Bring 3 packs of Cincos, and that's it. That's all you need.
We lost him for a second. Hopefully we get him back. Let's see if we can get him back on here. Ryan, what is the future? Is there a future to this? Is it going to be an annual event? Is it going to be more than one event?
Man, I'll tell you, we're seeing a pretty good response to it. And again, I think Jordan participating in it is a big influence on that. But I mean, I think I'm hoping if Native sees kind of their return on investment as far as marketing goes. I'd like to. I mean, I'm not saying make a series out of this because honestly, I think it's getting a little crowded. But I would like to do 2, big open events a year myself. So that's my goal, is make this one a success and hopefully, either get one put on for maybe the late spring or maybe summertime. I don't know. Something when it's not so crowded. I know spring and fall are really tough, and even this event falling so close to the Hobie. We've got our state championship next weekend. That we're pushing it a little bit, but I mean, like I said, we've had a good turnout, so I'm hoping we can get 2 events on the calendar next year. Is my goal.
Right.
You trying to dial him in?
Yeah, I think we got him back in there. Let's see. He was struggling before the call to get it to pick up. He's still not picking up, but that's all right. We're gonna keep rolling with this. Hey, there he is. All right,
I changed locations for us. Maybe this will work out a little bit better. Sorry about that.
You send your wife out in the yard to turn that antenna around?
Yeah, she had to go out there, get on the roof. Hey, baby, you can come down now.
That's good. We're looking good. Okay, we got a few questions coming in. Oh, Jim Clark's throwing it back at me. Arkansas internet again. I think Jordan's falling on the sword for this one. He had a little connection issue outside, maybe, but we'll take the blame. We're never going to throw him under the bus. We don't throw the pro under the bus.
Throw it on Ryan.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. Dwayne Wally said he set Jordan Lee up with a free membership so we can see his stats on Tourney X.
Ooh,
you know about that, Jordan?
Yeah, I do know. I didn't know I was getting a free membership on that, so shout out to him.
Yeah. Katie Baca from down in Texas says Jordan needs to come to the Lone Star Throwdown on Possum Kingdom to fish with the North team. They have free food and Western Sun vodka for you.
Whoa. Dang. Free food.
Yeah, free food.
You got me in on that.
Yeah, that's 3 weeks from now. So make that road trip to Texas. Open invite.
Dang. Open invite. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Possum Kingdom. You ever heard of that lake?
I hadn't. Yeah. Must be legit. It's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
You know about Ryan?
We can go to Raccoon Creek. That's kind of like Possum Kingdom, I think.
Yeah, it's probably a little closer, too.
Yeah. Yep.
Y'all can follow me in my fridge.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Ryan, you want to comment on that payout? What you guys got going with the payout there? I know it's based on it goes from 100 and stacks on up, but it's going to be pretty big looking like with the numbers you have.
I'm hoping we hit 120 or so, but I mean we're paying out, top 10%. We've got the guaranteed payouts published already. We got a graphic floating around there somewhere, but I mean, guaranteed $5,000 and a boat for first place. That's tough to argue with there.
Yeah,
I'm hoping.
Big payout.
What's that?
That's a really good payout for any tournament.
It's good.
Any local tournament, I mean that's really good. So I was impressed with that and the boats too so far.
Yeah, and what's the retail on those Titans? It's like $3,000, $2,800.
Yeah, $3,000. Yeah, $3,200.
Yeah, $8K to first. That's pretty awesome. Do you guys ever hear, Jordan? I know you're up there, fishing on the BPT, but I wonder what folks in bass boats think of kayak tournaments starting to pay out like this. I mean, you're fishing out of kayaks and paying out $5, $10, $20,000 at some of these events. TOC is going to have a $50,000 pot, for anglers to split. So
I think overall everybody's really excited about it. I mean, I think it's a big deal for the whole fishing industry, really, to see that a lot of people, no matter the ages and skill level, I mean, doesn't really matter. It's just another way for people to get into tournaments, which I think's really cool.
And from an industry side, I think you saw like at ICAST. I mean, you see the impact of there's kayaks everywhere. For these fishing companies that are making baits and rods and reels, they don't care what you're fishing out of. You're still buying the same thing no matter what you're fishing out of for them. So I think the accessibility is what's really kind of driving the continued growth in the kayak fishing market.
Totally agree. Yep, more and more people get into it. That's good for everybody. So I think everybody. I mean, a lot of the people, the anglers, pro anglers, are getting into. You see more and more guys getting into kayak fishing because it's fun for us. It's fun for us to do something a little different. I don't think a lot of them are getting into the tournaments, but I think it's just getting out there and doing something different for us is fun. So. Yeah,
Justin Lucas, he stays in his kayak a pretty good bit, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Justin posting videos all the time.
He's got a couple little holes he likes to get in, and the other guys, are getting into it. So it's cool. It's cool for all of us.
Yeah, it was neat. What's his name? Carl Jakobsen that just won on 10 Killer. With a Hobie jersey or Hobie logo on his jersey right there. So a lot of you guys are getting the support from the kayak community, and it's cool to see it kind of trickle back down with some of the recognition. So, Steve-O chimed in and said 101. I don't know if that means you guys are at 101 now. When I looked earlier, it was 94. But also mentioned the native bonus money. So what? Do you know what that is? I don't know what the pay. What's the bonus?
I don't have the graphic. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. You guys, I think on Native's website and Facebook page, whoever's watching this, you don't.
Yeah, Tournament Titans on the website. Tournament Titans Facebook page.
Yep, you don't have to be in a native to fish this tournament,
Yeah.
but if you are, it is a little extra bonus for the. I think it's the highest place finisher, or if you're in a native and you come in the top 3. I can't remember which one.
Yeah,
but,
top three native guys will get a bonus.
Yeah, highest finisher, so you could be,
if you don't have a native, we'll sell you one when you get there. So
there's a lot of guys rocking these too. We're not going to hate. So any brand that you have, you can get out there and fish, but you native guys get a little extra carrot. Trying to catch up with some of these comments. Is there a cutoff for pre-fishing? Do you know the rules, Ryan? Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, don't pre-fish after the captain's meeting.
That's it. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple.
One of my buddies texted me today. He's like, "What is it, like Friday night at midnight?" And I was like, "Nah, we're probably gonna cut it off about the captain's meeting. Like, you don't get to go fishing after you get your identifier."
Right.
That's right.
And then it's just a one-dayer, so we can follow it on Saturday, and it's going to be a slugfest. That's going to be a good time to watch.
And I mean, being a one-day event like that, the Hobie was a 2-day event. In 2-day events, you have to manage your fish. Like you can't just go into your spot and just blast it. On a one-day event, you can wear them out.
Right.
Yeah.
So throw everything you got at them.
Any chance somebody's going to bust 100? I guess that's always a chance there, huh?
I don't know. I don't see 100 getting popped off on this one. Steve-O was close.
He almost had it. Was that a week, 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah. He was close, but I don't know. 100's a lot of good luck in the right direction. You never know. I mean, we got some folks fishing it that have hit that 100-inch mark. So
yeah, is it like fall transition turnover time over there? Is it making the fishing tough, or what's going on?
It's hot. I mean, it's super hot right now. We're setting records for October heat right now. So we need a cold spell, which is coming this weekend, as a matter of fact. Once that settles in, I think the water flips and you'll see the shad start balling up pretty good. And then, the mouths of these creeks and stuff will really turn on, I think. We'll see.
September is usually it's the toughest month to bass overall. I mean, it's just how it is everywhere in the country, in the South at least. You don't see those big weights really coming in September. But, like Ryan said, once it cools off, it'll start getting a little bit better. But
Daniel Davis chimed in asking Jordan, any concerns about what people will think if you finish high or low? Said he seemed like Randy Howe had some concerns and didn't fish the Hobie Open. I don't know. I think I saw that at the captain's meeting. But does that play any part in this at all for you, or you just can enjoy the deal?
Not at all. Yeah, I don't really ever get into that. As far as really in any tournament, since I was younger, I never really worried about going into a tournament how I was going to do, and that's really for anybody that's getting into tournaments. You really don't want to get into it for that reason alone. If you're going to do good, you're going to do bad. It's really going out there and just fishing as best as you can, and if it turns out good, it's obviously a bonus. But I've had plenty of good tournaments and plenty of bad ones, so it's just kind of something when you're a tournament fisherman, especially. I mean, Ryan knows how it is. He can chime in on that. It doesn't matter how well you think you're going to do, or if you're on them or not. I mean, you still just go compete.
That's it. Like Chase Tanner said, any given Saturday, you don't know what's going to happen. So
you don't.
No, I mean you can show up and get handed a piece of humble pie. It doesn't matter if it's in your backyard or not. I fish Guntersville quite a bit, and that's no secret. And I've had some good luck on it, but you're never immune to to a bad day. I mean, it's usually a grind anyway. Even when it's fishing good, you still have to work hard for it. But
and just like your buddy, fished Saturday, I had 94 inches day 2, the first day, went in the same spot, and didn't really catch him.
Yeah, so, I mean it's tough. You never know what you're going to get dealt. But I mean, I think if Jordan beats us, then Jordan should beat I don't know too many other people in the world that I would expect to beat my eyeballs out. So I'm not going to be shocked. If Jordan finishes second right behind me, I might be a little shocked, and I'll probably text him every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
every morning when I wake up.
It down. But with that being said, I don't have. I hadn't really pre-fished a lot for this deal. I'm going to go one day. I'm going to give myself one day to go practice and go kind of look around and see if I can find it. But this is all new to me. Like I was asking Ryan about boat ramps. I don't know. What's where I can load in. And it's going to be a new deal for me because I can't just run to the next spot. And that's going to be a challenge for me because I got. In a normal tournament, I can go run from Seabold, hit a spot to Goose Pond, and hit 4 or 5 places. And you can't really do that in this. You got to pick one or, like Ryan said, have 3 areas. Hopefully, one of them pans out. So it's going to be a challenge for me, but I'm excited about it.
Well, the good thing about like our little community is everybody will help you. Any question you got, I mean, if Joe Blow at the boat ramp, I mean, they're pretty good about, if you forget a PFD or a measuring board, we all carry 2 or 3 extra everything. And I mean, as far as information goes on ramps or whatever, there's, ample folks that'll point you in the right direction. A lot of us spend a pretty good amount of time on Guntersville, especially we've got the national championship coming up next spring there. So I know a lot of people are fishing this event just for some more experience on the lake.
Experience, yeah.
There's a bunch of events coming. Well, there's always events on Guntersville. It's not any secret, but I'd suggest Jordan going to Tourney X to the test tournament and uploading a few test pictures. But if you really want to make the kayak anglers mad, if you have a good string, don't upload them. Just hold them all day and sandbag them, and then they'll just freak out and die.
So people do that. People sandbag.
Oh yeah.
All day long, and wait till the leaderboard goes off, and then dump them in there. So.
But now listen, don't sit on them all day and forget to upload them.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't drop your phone in the lake. But I'm just saying.
I'm not going to be sandbagging. I'm going to be uploading them as fast. If I catch one, I'm going to be so excited. I'm going to be uploading that thing in as fast as I can.
I love it. I like that push back and forth all day long. It makes me fish harder. Seeing somebody, going back and forth with you, that's what makes me work. I love that.
And this is really is similar to how MLF has worked. To see, you can see, I guess, what everybody else is doing. You can see, you can see how they're doing in the day, and yeah, that really, if you're way down the list, you're like, okay, I need to step up and I need to change something.
Or if you're at the top, you're constantly looking to see who's catching you if you need to call on more fish.
Mm-hmm.
This guy said, Ian Durenberger said he's got this friend named Shane Williams in dire need of pointers. Can you help him, please? Messed up.
You'll meet Shane. He's all right. He does need pointers, but he doesn't need
pointers. It sounds like.
If you guys are saying they hope they show up at the same boat ramp as you gonna be willing to do a few little selfie shots for the gram if they show up at the same time as you?
Doing it for the gram, baby.
Yeah, all right.
After the tournament. Don't start that crap before the tournament.
Don't bother the man while he's getting ready. That'd be messed up.
It's all business. It's all business when I show up to the boat ramp.
Oh, man.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm
down. What else you got going on? What's happening in your world, Jordan? Off season, what are you planning on doing?
Man, I've been looking forward to this tournament for a long time, but besides this, October, it's kind of a slow month as far as tournaments, and have one more MLF tournament for the year, cup event, which is just aired for TV for next year, and then besides that, man, just getting ready for the new year. There's a lot that goes on, and trying to plan, getting ready for another tournament season. So that's kind of every year is kind of the same. The off season is usually the busiest time for us, and nothing really too exciting now. I mean, just getting ready for another year.
I was watching that the BASS Angler of the Year tournament weigh in there, and Alan Jackson won it, and he was saying in the off season he was planning to get his wife pregnant and shoot some greenheads.
That sounds like pretty expensive off season right there.
That's pretty classic. I can get down with the shooting greenheads, but he missed me with that other one.
He had a good tournament up there. I saw a little bit of he was smashing them on St. Clair.
Yeah.
So that looked fun.
Yeah, that got ugly. I hope I fall into something like that Saturday morning where you can't get them off the hook fast enough.
Yeah, I think we'll be. I don't think it's going to be like that, at least for me. But
no, it's not. It's not. I haven't found a place that's got a nut tick yet.
No.
Once every 20 or 30 minutes. So I got a question for you. I just need to know: have you talked on the phone with any men wearing nothing but soap at any point today that you're aware of?
I'm aware of. Not yet, but there's still time.
I saw a video. I was on the story or whatever. A man answered the phone, pretty excited out of the shower for you. Answered your phone call, so we'll let the future play out and see if you can figure out who that is. The next 24 hours or so.
Yeah, we're gonna have to let that play out. It hadn't happened yet, but somebody could be setting me up. It sounds like.
It's already happened. You don't know it. It has happened. It's confirmed.
It's happened.
It's happened. I'm sorry.
I have it queued up right here. We don't have it. We don't have the video.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Roll that video. No, we don't have it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and think about that. I could have, but they didn't tell me.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. You can throw me out there.
So you're coming up Friday afternoon for the captain's meeting. You said you're gonna pre-fish on Friday morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna pre-fish a little bit Friday, and kind of go from there.
Had somebody ask you if you've ever caught a frogfish from a kayak before.
I have. Yep. And another thing too with kayak, for me, fishing a kayak, especially for sitting down, the hook sets for me are just I hadn't got that dialed in yet. It's a little awkward for me so far.
After seeing it in person, I will completely agree. You do not have that dialed in yet.
No, not dialed in yet. So I think I'm gonna have to stand up. For the most part.
You're in the right boat to do that for sure.
Yeah, but the bigger type, I can do that. So I don't know.
Shane Williams, who we spoke of earlier, have you ever caught a sailfish from a kayak?
Have I?
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah, I've caught one. Just one.
By accident on a frog? It was by accident, right?
Yeah, whopper plopper.
They're crazy on topwater in the mornings.
I heard that. I ain't got on that bite, but just that one day I caught that one. But besides that.
Didn't have your phone, didn't get any pictures of it, though?
No, my phone. I didn't have my phone on me. Left it in the truck.
That's how that stuff goes, for sure.
Yeah, that's how it goes. When you need your phone, you just don't have it. You know how that is.
What else we got? We good, Chase? We got anything else? He's talking about using a guide. I don't think I'm going to guide Chase, though.
Kentucky Lake's loaded with them.
We're gonna let Ryan guide me out there. I'm just gonna
come on, man.
Tie ropes.
I had to share my spot 2 weeks ago with a guy.
That's brutal.
Come on in.
Anytime you're on Gunnersville, you're gonna be sharing water most of the time.
It don't matter how far out of the way you think you get, somebody's gonna come rolling around the corner.
Guaranteed.
Does the lake fish small for as big as it is, or long as it is, mileage wise, from a kayak?
Honestly, like a lot of the kayak folks don't go out like the mid lake area, like out in front of Goose Pond. Really, from BB Comer down to Goose Pond, I mean it's a haul to get out there to the grass mats on the main ledges, so you don't see as many kayaks out on those. A lot of the creeks and a lot of the closer mats that are a little more accessible get loaded up a little more with kayaks.
I got you.
Probably closer to the boat ramps too, I would say.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, Gunnersville, you can find fish, as you know, about anywhere. I mean, they're shallow, they're deep, they're offshore, they're on the bank. You can find fish anywhere. But Kentucky Lake, for instance, I mean, guys will get a couple miles out from the ramp on those ledges out there. So it fishes a little bit different. Gunnersville, you can find shallow fish just about year round.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, I don't have many more questions coming in. You got anything else, Ryan?
Reed Harrington. Jordan, how did you feel wearing that cape when Zona did an epic double net job on that sturgeon and it got away?
We were talking about that today because, when we were at St. Clair, it's been a few years back, but yeah, it's still this big disappointment in my career losing that sturgeon on an 8-pound test. Fought it for over an hour. Yeah, and had the cape. I had the look going. I had a lot of stuff going for me, except, Zona's net job on that. And he really dropped the ball on that would have been the highlight of my career, landing that sturgeon. But just didn't happen.
That would have been the highlight of your career, was landing that sturgeon.
That would have been the highlight.
Back-to-back classics. Sturgeon's the highlight of the career. Okay.
That would have been the highlight, and it just didn't happen. I mean, it was just a big disappointment. So still hurts, but I had the cape. I was rocking the cape. I hadn't brought it back out yet, but there's still time for that. Still time.
Jim Clark, he predicts you're going to fish out of Mink Creek.
Mink Creek. You never know. Like I said, I'm going to go look around, but if I was going to Mink, he's shaking his head no. It's possible.
I predict I'm not fishing out of Mink Creek. I promise you that.
If I was going out of Mink, I would probably go towards the main river. But that may be a little too far for me. I don't know.
You can make it.
Yeah, maybe. I may be out of breath and puffing, but
Gunnersville and Jim Clark don't get along well, so I don't think we have to worry about any of his suggestions coming true.
Reed just chimed in and said, "Would you please wear the cape this weekend? And would you trade a classic trophy for that sturgeon?" That seems like a reach. I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd do that, but I can't have the sturgeon back, so I'm just going to have to reminisce on those times of it coming off the net. I don't think the cape's gone. I think I gave the cape away. But,
Ryan could find your cape.
Yeah, you may need to. If Ryan wins this weekend, I'll go buy him a cape.
You heard it here first, folks.
Heard it here first.
I'm ready. Let's get it. I'm gonna slide down that way tomorrow and poke around myself. I'm gonna try to fish a little bit, not too much, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, get out, check a few different spots, make sure the fish are home.
There you go. I'm gonna be looking around on Friday, I think, and just wing it, see what happens.
Good. I'm anxious to see what you guys do. I know everybody else is too. I think Tourney X will have a lot of visitors. I know some of these tournaments get more than others, but I think there'll be a lot checking it and scrolling through to see where you. A lot of folks are at, especially Jordan and some of the familiar faces from the kayak game over there.
See me up in the top, just keep scrolling down.
Scrolling down.
Keep scrolling.
I think Dwayne's just going to pin your name at the top so we can see your tally all day long.
Yeah. There you go.
He's going to pin me at the top. That's nice of him.
Yeah. No, that's in the new iOS update, I think.
All of a sudden, everybody's chiming in with all their creeks. Spring Creek.
I know. They've named every
Browns
creek on the lake
Creek.
now.
Yeah. North Saudi? I don't know how you pronounce that.
Saudi, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all good places.
Those are all creeks.
those are all creeks on Gunnersville. They are. And I guarantee you there is bass in them.
Yep.
Jim said he left someone a present in North Saudi today. You're welcome. That's not one you want to find.
Yeah, I don't want to find that present. I can only imagine. It's probably a hot, steamy present, too.
Oh, boy. Here we go. All right. That's all I got. I appreciate the support. I mean, everybody that shared this and promoted this event, we really do appreciate it. Like I said, I mean, this is something that came about over a year ago, and tapped Steve to help us out and put it together and run it. And we've got a lot of support. And, Jordan, we really appreciate you coming out and fishing with us. It's going to be a really good time.
We'll have a good time.
Everybody that's local, if you're not coming out to fish it, come hang out Saturday afternoon and have a good time. We'll probably keep it rocking for a little while there.
You gonna get somebody to live stream that way in on KBN, perhaps, Ryan? Throw a little fun
man. Oh yeah.
All
Yep,
right.
we'll do that.
And I'll tell you this: I know kayak anglers are procrastinators when they register for these events, and you're already over 100. So I bet you could easily bust 150 by Friday. I'm gonna cross my fingers for you. Anyway.
I think 120, 125. I think
right.
it's probably a good number to sit on.
All right.
We'll see. Jordy, call if you have any
Sorry.
questions, man. We'll straighten you up.
Yep,
Sir.
going good.
Hey, good luck to you guys, and Jordan, thanks again for taking the time to do this with us.
Thanks, boys.
All right.
See you.
We go.
See y'all.
We good?
Yes, sir.